What's up guys, this is the Guitar Gent coming at you with a brand new reaction video, and we have a first for the channel. It's a band that you have requested me a lot in all of my Japanese scene reaction videos, and they're called Sokoninaru. And the song that we're going to listen to today is called Tenohira De Odoru. Tenohira De Odoru. Again, I hope my pronunciation is at least decent, guys. Now, this band, I have no idea what to expect from, to be honest. I've read something, of course, some of the things that you left me in the comments, even though when it's a new band, like a band that I don't know, I read through them. I try not to remember much. I always read though what you guys told me, because that kind of helps. It always helps me understanding, you know, the order of priority that I should give to different bands and that I still haven't reacted to on the channel. You know, thinking, okay, this sounds interesting, this sounds a bit more traditional, let's say, or, you know, to kind of keep it interesting both for you and for myself. Honestly, I don't remember anything that you guys told me about this band right now, which I guess is a good thing for the purpose of reaction, not such a good sign of mental health on my side, and let's say I'm basically a fish, like I don't remember anything. That being said, very curious. Sokoninaru Tenohira De Odoru. Okay, sorry for that, guys. I had fat fingered basically on my keyboard and stopped the recording, so we're back. And as I said, I don't know where we stopped, but it's Sokoninaru Tenohira De Odoru. Let's do this. Very curious, guys. Let's see what they have in store for us. It's a short song, 3 minutes 16. Let's see. It's such an interesting tone on the guitar. Oh, the bass. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I've already heard like 5 songs in 30 seconds. Wow. Those two vocals work so well together. Loving the vibe of these two. The Fender Jaguar as well. Such an interesting picking technique. Like, guitar playing wise, this song is so interesting, guys. Oh, double bass. Blast me. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus Christ, guys. Oh, lovely. The tone of that bass. I can't, guys, it's too much. Ah, yes. What? What was that? Oh my god. Okay. I guess that there are a lot of things to talk about. Probably too much. Too many things. This was a bit crazy. Now, again, you all know, guys, that I love musical experimentation and very high levels of creativity, but this is by no means something that you can thoroughly enjoy and analyze on a first listen. There are so many things going on, guys. Like the amount of times that they simply stopped and then started again with something different and then stop again, complete drastic change and then stop and then wow. First of all, amazing, like gigantic kudos to these guys for writing something like this. Like I can't even imagine how you sit down and write something like this. Like you need to, I don't know. I don't think that I could do it. I mean, maybe if you sit down probably with the idea that you want to write something like this, but you need to have a very clear vision of what you want to do, or the exact opposite. So either that, or you have no idea and you just start going crazy and start, putting together different ideas. This was so much to take in. There were some fantastic sections. The one thing that I'm slightly sad about is that those sections, I guess that every single section could have been slightly longer. Again, maybe went again what they were trying to do here. So I'd understand why they kept it short, of course. But there were a lot of sections that, if they were double the time, even if the song was a bit longer, now even like it's a 3-minute song, but still, I don't think that with a song like this, their main purpose was being commercial. Definitely not, I'd imagine. So even if it was, a 4 or 5-minute song, I think there was a lot of room to explore these ideas and to develop them even more. Again, they were all pretty great. Like, I want to touch first things on the tones of the instruments because they were beautiful. The guitar, of course, you have that beautiful Fender. It's such a 90s guitar. You think of that guitar, you think about Kurt Cobain and Nirvana, of course. That's kind of the most famous musician using them with the P90s pickups. Such a weird guitar, such an interesting guitar. The tone was fantastic throughout the whole thing, especially in the end when it locked in with the drumming, and they went into that very up-tempo section towards the end. That's probably the one that I wish was a bit longer because that's such an enjoyable side of the song and of music in general. When you have a section like that, it's something that, for example, at a concert, it just drives the crowd crazy. The bass tone was fantastic as well. As I said, it was so full in a nice way. Just hitting just the right frequencies that a bass should be hitting without covering the guitar. It's just fantastic, like sitting there on the mix. Of course, it helps that there is one guitar and one bass, so there isn't a lot of overlapping, and everything is a bit more clear. Beautiful. Performances wise, it was so hard. Like, I can't even imagine how can you perform something like this live while singing. Wow. It's fantastic. It's impressive. It definitely is impressive. Specifically, there was that very fast tapping, descending lick that he was doing on the guitar throughout the whole song. Like, he kept on coming back to that idea, which I found extremely appealing to me. There were also some sections a bit more ambient, I want to call them, with some, a bit more washed out guitar tone. Impressive work. Again, the performances were fantastic, and the element that really works, I think, for this band is the dual vocals. Like, his voice and her voice work so well together. Like, there is especially when they were singing together, I don't even dare to call that a chorus. I don't know. Maybe it is the chorus in their idea, but like the structure of the song would be A B C D E F G H I J K A B C D. It's like, you know what I mean. It's not your A B A B C kind of structure. But they work so well together again. Like their voice is fantastic, very very clean, very I want to say relaxing. Especially her voice was very soothing. Especially, it kind of reminded me a little bit of some of those songs that you get in animes. In anime, I guess. I should not be adding the S plural. It kind of reminded me of that in that section again where they were singing together. Beautiful harmonies, beautiful, really gorgeous. But again, guys, I can't really comment much more than this on a first listen. This is something that I think I need to sit with. It definitely grabbed my attention, and I'm very curious towards this band now, because I'm very curious to know if this is something that they do all the time on every single song, or maybe I'd imagine that that's not the case. Like I'd imagine that they have some songs on which they focus a bit more on a single idea, or maybe a couple of ideas and develop those a bit more. And I kind of hope that too as well, because that would mean that they have both sides of the coin. Like they can do both, and I hope that that's the case. But again, extremely interesting listen, very captivating, especially for a musician. I think like I do want to go back here absolutely and listen to this again and trying to understand a bit more, not necessarily the structure of the song, but you know, maybe even trying to go with it a bit more, like feeling the song a bit more without trying to analyze it, because trying to analyze it, it's a lot of work. I'll definitely go back to this, and I'll definitely listen to more from these guys. Absolutely, such an interesting band. A lot of quality, again, as I said, musicianship wise, so much quality. That was not easy to play, both for the bass and the guitar and the drums. So very high technical skills, which I'm expecting at this stage from the Japanese scene. And again, extremely original approach to music, something that I hadn't heard done so much yet. Of course, we have listened to crazy bands like Maximum the Hormone, for example, but it's not to this extent of having so many sections, stop and go constantly, like literally stopping the music for 1 second and then starting with something different. And again, it's such an interesting take on music, honestly. I will listen to this more, guys. Thank you so much for the recommendation. As it always is with new bands, guys, I need your help. Let me know a bit more about these guys. Let me know, if this was a good starting point, if it gives a good idea of what they do on a regular basis. And of course, the recommendations of what should be coming next for them and in general. If there are other bands, there are many other bands, and I know that, but I'm getting there eventually. There are, I think, a couple of new bands for the channel coming to you this week, and then some the week after. But we're close, I think, to closing that list down that I have open so far with all of your recommendations, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this was the first time you were on the channel, you enjoyed this. It wasn't as insightful, I feel, as I usually try to be. Again, because it was a very strange song to analyze on a first listen. But if you enjoy this format, if you enjoy my commentary, consider subscribing. Again, we are always on a journey to discover more fantastic music, and I need your help to do that with your recommendations and your tips and everything, your knowledge that you are always kind enough to share with me. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time, very appreciative of that, and I'll see you very, very soon with the next one. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. See you soon.